Alright, what is good, spaghettis? It's good to see you guys on YouTube. I know you're used to seeing me on Discord, but we're expanding. Alright, we're growing, we're flowing, we're blowing. Alright, no, that's so slow. Why do I try to be? Alright, whatever. I can't look at myself on the screen, so I'm gonna move this here. Got my roommates playing music in the background. They're both DJs for their frat, so it's always a mess in here, but it's fun. It keeps it live, keeps the nights fun, and I definitely wake up fucking hungover most of the days to trade. But that doesn't matter. First YouTube video. I'm feeling good. Today was up, bro. Today was crazy. We hit 3 dubs in one day. The first two like back to back. Everything was happening so fast. If you guys are new here, I'm Edo. Pipe is my business partner. He's not in this video, but you guys have probably seen him on the Instagram and on the Discord. He's the boy. So here, I'm going to show you guys the executions so that you know I'm not capping here. This was the second trade we took, and this is the third trade that we took. And the first trade was actually on ES. Where was it? It was a short on ES. Okay, yeah. So this was the first trade that we took on ES, which ended up being TP1 and then break even. And I'm going to be going over every trade. Don't worry. I just wanted to show you guys the executions so that you know I'm not boofing this. And then I like to take them off when I'm actually doing the trade recap because they kind of bother me. So let's start off by going over the first trade. So we took 3 trades today, all winning trades. Probably like one of my biggest days in the past maybe 2 months of trading. But we had a lot of fun. I've never seen price action deliver this quick, this clean, and like just really obvious trades, really good setups, and not having to wait fucking 20-30 minutes for the trade to play out, wait for the chop that's been going on recently. Today really cleaned up, really impressed me, and we were able to capitalize on that. And the Discord chat was bugging, bro. We literally took a trade, and then like 1 minute after we took another trade, and it was both bangers back to back. I don't know what was up with today, bro. I felt like I was in the Matrix. Like I literally felt like an AI agent that was just ding 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 ding, like playing ping pong with the trades. But it was fun. Whatever. Let's get into it. So I always start off on the weekly time frame. Come here, mark out previous week high, previous week low, and what do I notice? We tapped into a weekly bullish fair value gap. All right, that's a huge bullish confluence. If I see something like this happen on the higher time frame when we're trading all-time highs, I'm definitely gonna have a very strong higher time frame bullish bias. This was actually caused by Trump announcing stricter tariffs on China. So we had a huge dump on last Friday at the end of the session, and then we ended up immediately creating bullish structure after that, right? Last time Trump talked about tariffs, not a lot of people bought the dip. This time, I think people caught on to what he's doing, and a lot of people bought the dip right away, which is why we're having this bullish structure right after sweeping this external weekly liquidity. Oh, feeling good, bro. I like this music in the background. All right, so first things first, 4-hour time frame looks good. Don't mind these 2 candles. These didn't exist, or these 3 candles actually didn't exist this morning. So when I was doing my daily buys, I had marked out London lows being this 4-hour bullish fair value gap, and I also had marked out this 2-hour bullish gap on NQ that I wanted to see price come into before taking any longs. Right, so those were my confluences and conditions, but I was also aware that coming into the morning, we had a bearish S&T on the daily time frame. So disregard this wick, but when I opened the charts in the morning, we had a daily bearish S&T between NASDAQ and ES, okay? ES had already swept previous day high, but NQ did not. So that gave me a lower time frame bearish bias, but I also understood that the higher time frame was bullish, so I wanted to just react off of what price action was doing. Didn't want to stay glued to a single bias, just wanted to react off of what price action provided. So market opened right here on NQ, and we ended up dumping right away. So what did I do? I looked at the lower time frame. I saw that we created a 4-minute bearish fair value gap. Okay, right here. So in the moment, this 4-minute was holding, and we were displacing lower, targeting that 2-hour unfilled gap. On ES, while NQ is displacing lower, ES actually came up and wicked above these internal highs, creating a bearish SMT on the lower time frame. So now not only do we have an SMT on the higher time frame, but we have one on the lower time frame too. And price is respecting this 5-minute bearish gap continuously on ES, right? So this is all before we come and tap into that 2-hour bullish or value gap. So the fact that price was reacting so bearish to this 5-minute on ES, the fact that we immediately had a strong bearish close after creating that internal high bearish SMT, and we had a 1-minute inverse, gave me the confidence I needed to take the first trade of the day, which was actually a short. I took the 1-minute inverse, which was the highest time frame. If there was a 2-minute, I would have taken the 2-minute, but after sweeping the internal high, NQ respecting the 4-minute, ES respecting the 5-minute, still having that 2-hour unfilled gap below, that we just needed a retracement at some point before pumping up, right? I knew that we were gonna have a retracement. As soon as this 1-minute got inversed, I waited for a little pullback, entered my position right here. My TP1 was at this internal low, right? Which was at 1 to 1.14 risk to reward ratio. And then my full TP would have been this 2-hour unfilled bullish gap. But what ended up happening was NQ hit the 2-hour bullish fair value gap, leaving a bullish SMT on ES and NQ, right? So I hit TP1 and then I moved my stop to break even. And I knew that, okay, either we're going to displace lower, we're going to disrespect this bullish SMT we have on the 2-hour time frame, and we go lower, or we respect this 2-hour bullish SMT. I get break even, but we get like the perfect entry for longs that I've been waiting for.
I've been high for the last 3 days straight.
Bro, I've been high for like a year straight.
Bro, let me finish. Why'd you write this? You're
What?
creep.
Why do you have shoes in a box under your desk?
Because I had the camera propped up.
Why do you have TJR pulled up on your screen?
And someone sent a video that in the chat. Bro, do you guys have any more fucking questions?
Spaghetti trading supports getting fried.
I do support trading.
And whistling.
Look at how you're standing, bro.
Michael Mosini.
You drove
Gavin, bro, you know
a professional.
No way.
and he aids men.
You eat Bono's
You
man.
know that there was an actual, no exaggeration, real rumor that Max a guy last 2 years ago. I don't want to
Sorry,
hear.
What's
dude.
the rumor?
How do you function after that? Like, how do you walk around and you're not just fucking AI?
Dead ass. If he fast forward 20 years and we see who's driving a Bugatti, let me know.
I'm gonna be driving the Bugatti, bro.
Bro, you're gonna be a valet driver.
So now that NQ has tapped into the 2-hour bullish fair value gap right here, right? It had wicked into here. I was just waiting for an entry. Any entry that looked clean, I was ready to fucking long. Okay, so after NQ came down, swept the 2-hour, left the bullish SMT on ES, we had this 1-minute clean inverse. Wow, not clean. I don't know why I'm saying clean. It closed all the way up here. But just everything about the trade looked great. All of the confluences were hit. 2-hour bullish value gap was hit. 2-hour bullish SMT is in place. It's being respected. We have all of these highs to run above. We have previous day high to get hit on NQ. I really liked longs at this point. So as soon as this 1-minute inverse, I entered my trade position right here, entered long, stops at the 1-minute, because if I would have put it down here, the risk to reward ratio would have been trash. So I ended up seeing this huge imbalance right here. I knew we were going to create a 1-minute bullish for value gap. This was a strong close. I knew I could put my stop loss at the wick of this 1-minute inverse. And my full TP was actually these internal highs. Okay, but I ended up closing early because once we hit this range right here, ES had already swept the internal high. So at that point, ES had swept the 9:45 a.m. high, being the internal high, and we had a bearish SMT on the lower time frame. So since last time we had a bearish SMT, price manipulated lower. When I was in my long position on NQ, I saw bearish SMT form at the internal high. I'm in a long position. I'm up almost a rack. I'm up like $800 on the trade. Why would I risk being break even or stopped out when I can just full close, right? At this point, I had these equal highs marked out, and I said, okay, I'm just gonna move my take profit to these equal highs. I am not gonna be greedy. I am not gonna wait for price to manipulate higher to previous day high, even though my higher time frame bias was bullish. I didn't want to risk the SMT getting me break even or stopped out just because it was a no news Wednesday. Last time we had a bearish S&T, it manipulated lower. I'm not trying to risk that. I'm very content. I just hit a short on ES and now I hit a long, went 1 to 1.3 and just full closed, right? At this point, we're up like 1.4 across all of my accounts. So I'm more than happy with this. Very happy that I followed my rules, stuck to my strict plan, and yeah. So that was just the second trade of the day, right? And this is where the crazy shit happens. All right, so this was the second trade of the day, and then I'm like doing some work. I'm going to the gym. I'm doing my shit. I'm walking around my room. I have TradingView open because I'm a degen. I always have TradingView open in case anything interesting happens. And then I get an alert on my phone that ES had swept London lows. So I was like, what? We just swept London lows? Like that was all the way down here. So I get the alert that ES swept London low. I instantly run to my computer and I see that after we hit full TP in the morning and we stopped trading, price ended up just dumping all the way back to London lows on ES. I go to NQ. Don't look at all this. Try to interpret it as this is where I open my computer to. I open my computer and I see that ES swept London low. NQ still did not sweep London low, leaving a bullish SMT at London low. When I still have a very, very strong higher time frame bullish bias. So I'm like, bro, this could actually cook so hard. Bullish SMT at London low. We have a 15-minute unfilled bullish for value gap above. We have a 5-minute that's about to inverse perfectly. There's no way I'm not taking this trade. So I scale in on the 5-minute. I see that we have a 5-minute bearish gap here, 5-minute bearish gap here. All I'm waiting for is to see the first 5-minute get inversed at a good spot so I can long targeting the next unfilled 5, which ended up forming into an unfilled 15-minute. So little mech model long targeting this unfilled 15. The 5-minute closed perfectly. Like, look how beautiful this shit is, bro. Look how beautiful today was. Look at this 5-minute close. Literally closed like 1 or 2 ticks above. And I got my perfect entry. 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. I went break even once we tapped into the unfilled 5 and it ended up hitting my 1-to-1 full close there. More than happy. And then I literally get to the best part about it is I hit the long and then I watch price completely dump right after I get out of the trade. So like it's honestly such a great feeling when you close right at the perfect time. And that was the third trade of the day. So dude, we're up like 6K. Like this was a big trade, and then this was a big trade. So across all my accounts, I'm up like 6 or 7. It's crazy. I'm up like 6, 7 bands today. Like I'm not even doing that on purpose, bro. I'm actually up like 6, 7 bands today. So great trading day. I hope this makes sense to you guys, and I hope that the explanation was clear. And if you do have questions, the Discord link is in the bio. You guys can join it for free. Ask as many questions as you want. I'll get to all of you guys. Join the review sessions. Show me examples. Talk about discipline. Talk about exactly what's going on with your trading journey. See if there's any way I can help. With that being said, first fucking YouTube trade recap. Feels good. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.